If you've clicked on this video, you've probably heard the term copywriting around the internet, and maybe you're thinking of becoming one or just pursuing this as an entire career. So I just wanted to make this video to tell you that a lot of the things that those guys say you online, they just say you to get views. And me, as someone as someone who has done copywriting for about 2 years now, I just wanted to tell you three reasons why you shouldn't pursue copywriting in 2024. But keep in mind, these are just my observations, and it could be different for somebody else, and maybe someone else is saying something different on the internet. But I don't think nobody is actually talking about the points I'm going to talk about today. So most likely it's going to be something you've never heard before. So the number one thing that I want to talk about is that copywriting is not for everybody. Now, I've seen a lot of YouTubers say that anybody can become a copywriter with the right amount of hard work and effort and all those kind of things. And while they may be true to some extent, I just think that the people who generally and genetically have a knack for good psychology in humans, like they can tell what the other person is thinking and that kind of thing, I think those people will excel far more at copywriting than normal people, because the time that those people will spend studying psychology like the normal people, those who are naturally good at it won't need to study that, and they'll just learn something else, and they will always be ahead of those people who aren't good at aren't naturally good at psychology. One way that I would say that if you don't know if you're good at psychology or not, I would say is, have you argued a lot as a child or even now? Because I've seen that in arguments you just need to know a lot of psychology just to win them, right? Like you, yeah, I'm not talking about that you argue a lot and you always lose your arguments. That's not it. But if you did a lot of arguments when you were young and you actually won most of them, then it's likely that you're good at psychology, because in arguments you need to think what the other person is, like you have to think a lot, like what the other person is saying, what he's actually thinking, what he will say next if I say this, blah blah blah. So if you're good at arguments and arguing, I'd say you have a pretty good understanding of psychology, and you can pursue copywriting as a career because you will be naturally good at it. But for the rest of you who aren't good at psychology, I'd say still reconsider you becoming a copywriter and try something else. Maybe something else works better for you and works more in your favor according to your skill set. So the second thing I want to address is that copywriting is not quick money. I've seen a lot of YouTubers say that okay, you start learning copywriting in your first month and you're making $100 by the end of that month, and the next month you're making your $200, and by by the end of the first year you're a millionaire, because that's not how it works at all. Because for me, as much as I've done copywriting, I still haven't made any significant amount of money from it, and I've been doing this thing for 2 years. So that's another thing that I want to say, that it's not quick money at all. If you're looking for something and you need money urgently, like you need hustle, for that I'd say something like TikTok Shop or Amazon dropshipping. Those kind of things will work quick and better for you, because in those kind of hustles it's like as soon as you make a sale you get the money in the bank. But for copywriting it's like first you have to actually learn the skill, then you have to go and find the clients, and then you have to do work for the client, and then you get money. So you can expect a realistic timeline of about 6 to 7 months before you even make anything. So I'd say reconsider if you're looking for quick money, because copywriting is not one of those things. So the last thing that I want to tell you is that copywriting is boring as shit. I'm telling you that if you're thinking that okay, I'll write some words and get paid for it, that's not even it, because the actual writing process, like opening up the document and typing it, that's only about 20 to 30% of the entire copywriting process. The rest of it is just research, studying competitors, and doing boring stuff on the internet, and just gathering information basically. So for me, basically, I got lucky because I didn't know this at the start. But as I got more into copywriting, I realized this. But naturally, I'm more curious for different things. I enjoy seeing or hearing about anything, because if you just randomly sat me down on any day and told me how a chair is made, a wooden chair, I would probably listen, because I'm naturally curious about everything. So that worked in my favor, but it might not work in yours, and you just might end up wasting a lot of your time studying copywriting when you actually won't even enjoy it for the long run. So those were my three reasons why you shouldn't become a copywriter in 2024. But keep in mind that I'm not discouraging anybody. Like if you want to go for it, just go. But I just wanted to tell you these things beforehand in case you find them later on and you just discover that oh shit, I wasted a lot of my time, and I'm just trying to help you out. That's basically it. By the way, if you have any questions related to copywriting, related to myself, feel free to drop them in the comment section, because I'm very active on YouTube these days and I can answer them and even make a video on them if it's a big enough topic. So let me know. Bye.